Hey guys, John B here with Android Authority. I'm live at MWC 2017. Just got out of the Motorola press conference. I'm doing a quick hands-on look between these two new devices they announced, the Moto G5 and G5 Plus. Now, of course, as the name implies, the G5 Plus is slightly larger because it features a bigger display. But first things first, let's talk about the design, because that's the biggest change with this line. Just because before it was kind of the cheap side, but now it has a slightly more premium design. Now, the difference, if you could tell here, is that there's a slightly thicker frame on the back with the G5, whereas the G5 Plus has a slightly thinner one here. Now, the G5 Plus feels a little bit more premium because it has more of a metallic finish, whereas the standard G5 has almost of a plasticky feel, but definitely like the new direction of the design language. They feel a lot better, more substance behind them. And there's a good amount of weight too, so they don't feel hollow or just too light. Of course, one of the other differences between the two is the screen sizes. You have a 5-inch display in the G5, 5.2-inch display on the G5 Plus. As far as the overall footprint, they're almost similar, and they both have 1080p resolution. Other differences between the two include the fact that the standard G5 here, there's a notch in the bottom. You could actually remove the back cover and gain access to the battery, so you could replace it. But with the G5 Plus, it's not something you could access. It's pretty much closed as it is, so there's no way to replace the battery if you wanted to. There's also a difference in the type of processor they're using, both from Qualcomm, but it's a Snapdragon 430 in the G5 and a 625, I believe, in the G5 Plus. But honestly, even though there's a slight advantage to the G5 Plus, they look pretty quick right now. And of course, these phones are targeted for people who aren't going to do a whole lot except for the basic stuff. And in that regard, it pretty much suffices. And there's also a slight difference with their cameras, although you wouldn't probably notice. The G5 has a 13 megapixel camera with an f2.0 aperture lens, while the G5 Plus has a 12 megapixel camera with an f1.7 aperture lens. One thing to take note of too is that they don't have NFC, so if you're looking for Android Pay or just quick transfer via NFC, you're not going to get it with these two handsets, unfortunately. But they do have fingerprint sensors, which is nice, of course. Both handsets are going to be launched internationally, but the G5 Plus is the only one that's going to make it to the US. If you're looking to pick up the Moto G5, it's going to cost you 199 euros, while the G5 Plus in the US, when it comes out, it's going to be $229. And there's going to be another model for the US market, a 4GB version of the G5 Plus, which is going to be $299. And that's a quick look at the Moto G5 and the G5 Plus, guys. If you want to learn more about any of them, you can check out our website, androidauthority.com. This is John V, signing off.